Just as in the rest of the country, civil society groups in the southeast of Nigeria are saying no. And there aren't any going back on the plans to commence a nationwide protest tomorrow, August the 1st. Well, again, the authorities there appear not too keen on giving them the leeway to express their grievances in the streets. Already there are reports of military and police shows of force across the states, apparently to ensure that the rules of engagement are fully complied with. Well, Dr. George Agbakahi is a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, and he joins us now to take a look at the imperative for peace. Thank you for joining us here on Newsday.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, like we said, it's been a continuous coverage of these planned protests. In your opinion, are protests effective? At the end of the day, do they bring about the change that is necessary and is wanted in society? Or are they usually a situation where individuals get aggravated and the country takes a couple steps backwards?
Well, thank you again for having me, please. In a constitutional democracy, protest is one of the major tenets of democracy, as we know. But it all depends on the circumstances leading to this protest. We all understand that the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu just came in barely a year ago, and most of the demands of the protesters are being contained. You know very well that before this government came into power, the country was bleeding. Our economy was almost like battered. And the president had to take enact very concrete policies, and that is the reason why we are where we are at the moment, But even at that, there are certain policies that are human-driven, even particularly to the youth, that this present government, has undertaken, which to me, even though, like I said earlier, protest is one of the characteristics, of a democratic government, but they also have to consider, some of the roles that this government has played, For example, okay, look at the minimum wage of 70,000 naira. I think it's a step in the right direction.
Dr. Agbakahi. Dr. Agbakahi,
yes.
Sorry, I would like to just put in here because I'd like to follow up on something. You said that before President Tinubu came in, this country was bleeding. However, the APC has been, you're a chieftain of the APC. President Tinubu, who's an APC president, took over from another APC president. Now, I'd like to ask you, because now we are in our consecutive APC presidencies now, is there any socio-economic indice, anyone that you can say has improved under the APC? Inflation, forex, fuel prices, hunger, health outcomes. Is there any indice that you can say has improved under the APC?
Well, I think it's important to know that in 2024, Nigeria's GDP grew by 2.98% compared to in 2023 when it grew to 2.31%. You're well aware that there are some very difficult decisions and policies that this president took, such as the elimination of the multiple exchange, even the fuel subsidy. These are very bold decisions that this president took that will, in the final analysis, boost the economy of this country. Okay, quite recently, your very aware, was it not yesterday, that the president enacted an executive order indicating that from now henceforth, petroleum products that are being imported to this country will now be done by Naira. Even petroleum products that will be sold to other local refineries like Dangote and others would now be done in Nigerian currency. This is a bold step. And if you look at it...
Sorry, Dr. Agbakahi, are you saying that we are importing, we are buying... Yes. So are you saying we're buying petroleum from other countries in Naira? Because what is being said is that we are selling crude to Dangote and other local refineries, Dangote is being the only one online, that we are selling crude to him in Naira. Does that automatically mean better, lower prices for the Nigerian people, for the end user, for the Nigerian population? Is that going to reduce the price of fuel for us? Or is it going to reduce the price of input for Dangote?
Definitely, it will also, in the final analysis, reduce the price of fuel. You know, you have to understand that currently, you know, when this particular executive order, you know, start taking place, we will be saving about $7.3 billion on yearly basis. I think it's a step in the right direction. The government is doing a whole lot to improve the lives of Nigerians. It is not going to be easy. But what I'm saying is that the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs some time for some of these very bold policies to start working. Currently, we are all aware of the student loan, you know, that will also benefit the youths. You see what I'm saying? There has been a lot of grants that is well over 100 billion naira that has also been distributed, you know, to less privileged Nigerians. And the government is trying. What is required at this point is dialogue. Dialogue is required for us to move on. Peace is what we need. The problem with protest is that at some point, based on our history, protest may be taken over by hoodlums. You know, it may be taken over by people that will now engage in violence, you know, which has always been part and parcel of our history in respect of protest. So what we really require is dialogue, so we can be able to ameliorate the problems that this country is facing.
Well, on that note,
the president is trying his best.
Dr. Agbakahi, thank you for your input today here on Newsday. Thanks for joining us.